Hello everybody, this is Sunday the 15th of December. Dan and I have been in Derby for part of the weekend. We got back yesterday evening. It's been a rush getting everything ready for Christmas, still not finished, practically given up the will to live. Anyway, first of all, a big shout out to all of you for supporting me and my Arla video. I really appreciate it. I'm taking all the comments on board and I'm hoping to put out a follow-up video in the next week or two where I will try and comment on people's comments and maybe also answer one or two questions. Somebody said that Yo Valley is not safe. However, Yo Valley is organic and the Soil Association forbids the use of bova because it's a chemical and it does have quite powerful side effects that are potentially harmful to animals and humans. I have asked them to give me some evidence of that. I want to reiterate that hearsay is all very well and good, but we cannot rely on hearsay. If you start banding about stories and it affects a company's business unfairly, then you can be sued for defamation of character. So it's always important that we look for hard evidence rather than just put around hearsay with no proof, because at the end of the day that is just hearsay, and hearsay doesn't stand up either in the boardroom or a court of law. So let me just put that out there. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to try a couple of things from Pound Bakery. Now, Pound Bakery is more of a northern brand. Derby has a branch, but there is nothing in London or the South East. Now, Pound Bakery is probably an equivalent to Greggs in many ways, and a lot of their bakes are quite enjoyable. So I thought I would try these mince pies. I have read the ingredients. The main allergens are wheat and barley. There's quite a long list of ingredients. However, there is only one E number, and that's E341, which is anti-caking agent, which, to be honest, I don't get on with very well at all. It can make me poorly. So I'm just going to have a bite just to see what they're like. They have no butter in or other dairy, but they use vegetable shortening, which contains palm oil and rapeseed oil. Palm oil's not great and seed oils aren't great either. But I'm going to take one for the team anyway, and I'll give them a go. It says, due to the way we prepare our products, they may contain additional allergens including peanuts, nuts, sesame seeds, milk, eggs, soya, wheat, other cereals containing gluten, mustard, fish, celery and sulfites. But again, they may not contain all those things or even any of those things, but they say that just in case of any public liability problems. So these are best before 20th December 2024, so a good long sell-by date. So let's get these open. Remember with the ongoing Arla saga to check the back of your packaging before purchasing if you're very concerned. You could, if you did slip up, do a small detox and I do detox and fasting quite often. I did an 18-hour fast one day earlier in the week, in fact. The pastry's nice and crisp. It's not sweet. The filling is quite a lot of filling. Could be a little bit more generous. You can taste the fine fruits and citrus. The sweet mincemeat filling is quite sweet. It's very pleasant though, very nice.
It is, it's not too sweet.
Nice and crispy.
Yeah, and the pastry is nice and it's light and crispy. I'll definitely eat the whole packet probably.
I think they're worthy of a good 7 out of 10. They don't have as much filling as a Greggs. If they had as much filling as the Greggs, I'd probably give them 8 or 8.5 out of 10. They're quite close to a homemade mince pie. I quite like that. We sometimes recycle the tins as well. They can be used for making little tarts where you've got leftover pastry from making something. These are perfect if you want to make a few jam tarts. The next thing we have to try are these Christmas black fairy cakes. They were quite cheap as well. I think they were about £1.60, something like that. I'm not going to eat the red ones. They have food colouring in. They've got E415 in that. Stabiliser. And they've got colour emulsified. They've got quite a few E numbers. It's hard to read the ingredients on the package. But those have more E numbers in. They're made with vegetable shortening again, which includes rapeseed. I'm going to try a bit of one of the white ones because that's likely to have fewer of the E numbers. I won't touch the red ones. Let's give this a go. I like the cake mixture. It's light, but it's more like, again, home-baked cake mixture. You know when you make the cake batter, you know when you just use a wooden spoon and you don't use a whisk for the cake batter? The old-fashioned kind of cake. It's like that. A good crumb. It's not too sweet, but the icing is very sweet. So the sponge balances it out reasonably well. I couldn't eat a whole one of these. If you've got a very sweet tooth, go away, but it's quite syrupy. For me, if it had no icing on, I'd probably give it 7 out of 10. With the icing, I would give it a 6 out of 10. For me, it's too sweet. What I may do is just scrape off the icing and the decoration and eat the cake on its own. So that's Pound Bakery for you. Worth it, definitely, if you're in a hurry and you've got a branch of Pound Bakery and you want something more traditional for afternoon tea perhaps, give it a go. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye for now.